everybody, welcome to Bilingual Storytime. My name is Miss Camille.
I'm Miss Marie.
And today we are going to be reading Rooster, Gallo by Jorge Lujan with permission from Groundwood Books. But first, we wanted to tell y'all a little bit about the materials that we're going to use to make a craft together once we're done reading the book. So we're talking about a rooster today. So we're making this cute little rooster craft.
So hoy vamos a estar haciendo un bello gallito. Y vamos a decir los materiales que van a necesitar hoy.
So today we need, of course, a toilet paper roll that forms the base of our rooster. These are actually parts of a paper towel roll that I cut into thirds, so that will work too.
Van a necesitar el centro de un papel higiénico o pueden usar el papel toalla y lo pueden cortar en 3 pedazos y van a tener 3 diferentes bases para hacer un gallito.
Mm-hmm. And then we've got some yellow, red, and orange paper. You can use whatever colors you have, but we're just using the colors that kind of match the rooster, and also, of course, some white paper to cover the toilet paper roll. I've got a ruler just to help measure the paper to make sure it fits the toilet paper roll well, a pencil, some googly eyes as usual, and some glue.
Okay, so aparte del centro del papel, van a necesitar papel de construcción, puede ser de cualquier colores que ustedes quieran, pero nosotros vamos a usar blanco, anaranjado, amarillo y rojo. Y también vamos a necesitar unas tijeras, pegamento, vamos a usar unos ojos locos, una grapadora y para medir que el papel, para que el papel quepa, creo que esa es la palabra correcta, usamos una regla para que quede exacto.
So I forgot to mention we do need a stapler, like Miss Marie said. We need scissors as well. So yeah, if you want to make our cute little rooster with us after we're done reading the story, you can go ahead and round up those materials and be ready with those as soon as the story's over. So,
antes de comenzar, queríamos recordarle que todavía tenemos kits disponibles para Ramadan. Eso va a ser la semana que viene, el martes 11 de mayo a las 4:30 en Facebook. So que para más información pueden ir a nuestra página de internet o lo vamos a poner en los comentarios.
Yeah, so we did want to remind y'all that we do have our Ramadan program coming up. That's going to be another installation of the Celebrate the World series. So if you've been enjoying those, make sure you don't miss this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that's going to be next Tuesday, the 11th at 4:30 p.m. right back here on Facebook Live. So it'll be easy for you to find. There are still kits available for that. Not at Shotwell. Shotwell's out of kits, but Maine and Warmack should both have kits available. Yes. All right, so now I guess we can go ahead and read our book for the day. I want y'all to be able to hear me really well. Okay, so like I said, we are reading Rooster, Gallo by Jorge Lujan with illustrations by Manuel Monroy, and this is read with permission of Groundwood Books. El gallo abre su pico. The rooster opens its beak. It's such a pretty little rooster.
Ooh, he opens his beak.
He's kind of a bluish color. Y sale el sol, and up comes the sun. El sol abre su mano. The sun opens its hand. What does that mean? Does that mean the sun's rays are like its fingers, I guess?
Because it just woke up.
There we go. Y nace el día, and the day is born. El día se asombra cuando la noche. The day is surprised when night tiende su capa y la colma de estrellas, spreads its cloak and fills it with stars. Looks like the stars are coming off of the rooster. We should add some stars to our rooster.
Hey, yeah.
Para que coma el gallo, that the rooster can eat, y vuelva transparente, and so clear the sky. Al nuevo día, for a new day.
Esa nube parece como un gallo.
Yeah, there were some stars on the page before that were kind of looking like a rooster too.
Yeah.
It's really pretty. So we've read a couple books like this. It's a poem that they've translated into English and then done illustrations for. So you have the whole poem right here in the back of the book.
Algo que también pueden hacer, que sería divertido, es pueden hacer un gallo de color amarillo y uno azul y se puede simbolizar el día y la noche.
Oh, that's a great idea. If y'all have enough paper and enough materials, you could do both roosters from the story. You could do the one maybe yellow for the day and a blue one for the night. And you could draw little stars on it. It'd be so pretty.
Sí, y pueden hacerle estrellitas para que el gallo coma estrellitas.
Yeah, I should have brought something to put stars on this because we just have a pencil. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do to make our cute little rooster is we want to cover our toilet paper roll with white paper. So I'm going to take a toilet paper roll, and I like to do this whenever I cover a toilet paper roll. I just put the toilet paper roll on one end of the paper and mark how wide it is. And then I go to the other side of the paper and do the same thing.
Okay, so el primer paso que vamos a hacer es cortar el papel blanco para tapar el rollo de papel de baño. Lo que Miss Camila está haciendo es que con una regla ella está midiendo el ancho del rolo y va a cortarlo a la medida exacta. Yo lo hago un poquito más como que winging it. So que lo que hago es hacer una pequeña incisión y entonces con la regla lo marco un poquito para saber qué tanto tengo que cortar y ya, eso es lo que yo hago.
Yeah, I mean, that works. So I just marked it on both sides of the paper so that I could connect those two lines to make absolute sure that it's the same width all the way down. That way when I wrap the toilet paper roll, it'll fit it perfectly. So now I'm going to use my glue. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on one end, a line down the middle, and then a little bit of glue on the other side so I can just roll up this whole thing.
So para asegurarnos que se va a quedar pegado, vamos a poner, yo lo que les digo que hagan como una I con su pegamento. So en el tope, en el centro y en el fin del papel, no fondo. Okay, y ahora lo vamos a enrolar al papel, el centro de papel de baño. Siempre se me hace difícil esa palabra en español.
Yeah, there's a couple words for toilet paper roll in Spanish, aren't there?
Sí, bueno, yo le digo cartón o centro de papel de baño, pero es básicamente un cartón. Pueden hasta usar, si no tienen el centro, pueden usar cartón y hacerlo doblado, o sea, cortarlo una línea y doblarlo para que quede como un círculo en el centro.
So if you don't have a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll or something similar, you can just use cardboard, like especially the cardboard from like a cereal box would be good, that kind of thinner cardboard, and just kind of roll it into a tube. Okay, so we've got our base for our rooster, which keeps falling over because his tail is too heavy for him. And so now the next thing that we need is we need a beak, we need a comb, and the comb is this thing on his head. And when I cut that out, I just kind of free-handed it. It's just kind of a wavy shape, but it does need to be a little bit wider than the width of the toilet paper roll. We need his beak, of course, his wattle, that's what the thing under the chin is called, and his feet. So we're just gonna cut those out of orange and red construction paper, and you can kind of make them whatever shape you want.
Ok, so que ahora lo que vamos a hacer es que vamos a cortar las partes del gallo. So que vamos a cortarle el pico, el guaro, como lo dice la Miss Camille. Yo le digo esto, el gling. Así es como yo lo aprendí en Puerto Rico, pero puede ser que esa sea la palabra mal. Las patitas del gallo, la cola y... ¿Cómo se dice esto en español, Miss Camille?
Well, I call it a comb in English. I'm not sure what it is in Spanish. You know what we can do? We can look it up.
Pues yo no me acuerdo cómo se llama la parte de arriba del gallo. Yo le diría como que el pelo o algo, no sé.
Yeah, I mean, okay, cresta. Like
la
like
cresta del gallo. La cresta
yeah,
del gallo.
that makes sense. I had to look, because I look on word reference and they always say like what exactly they're talking about. So when I looked up comb, I thought I'm gonna have to ignore the result that's for like peine, like a comb for your hair.
Yeah. Peine. ¿Cómo se puede? Ok, so que ella lo que está haciendo es que está haciéndole unas curvas para hacer la cresta del gallo. Y tiene que ser un poco más ancho que el tamaño del papel del rollo, del papel de baño.
I dropped it. Okay. So I'm gonna do both my wattle and my comb out of this red paper. To do the wattle, I fold the paper slightly in half, and I'm gonna cut out that shape. It's almost kind of like an upside down heart shape. But I want it to kind of have two sides to it so that I can glue one side to the area kind of below the beak, and so it'll kind of flap up.
So, Miss Camila está hablando de que para hacer
I'm gonna look that up too.
no sé, no me acuerdo cómo se llama eso en español. ¿Cómo se dice? Vamos a ver qué Miss Camila nos dice.
Let's see. Turkey's neck skin. Moco de pavo, but that's talking about a turkey specifically.
Yeah.
Papo o papada?
La papada, vamos a decirle papada hoy. Para hacer la papada del gallo, ella lo que hace es que doble el papel rojo en dos partes y lo hizo como un corazón virado al revés.
And that word, the example sentence actually talked about a person having like extra skin under their chin. So it's a waddle, whether it's a turkey or something else.
Sí, so que vamos a terminar de cortar. Miss Camille, ¿cuál es tu favorito? ¿Día o noche?
So Miss Marie's asking if the day or the night is my favorite. I feel like I'm gonna say the day. I like the day better.
Yo creo que para mí, sería el atardecer, porque todavía están empezando a salir las estrellas y la luna, pero todavía queda un poquito de sol, so que siempre me gustan los atardeceres.
Yeah, I think I like the afternoon too, because at that point I'm not so sleepy anymore. It's not the morning. I'm not really a morning person. And then at night I start getting tired, so the afternoon is kind of my sweet spot.
A mí me gustan las mañanas. A mí cuando yo estaba creciendo en Puerto Rico, me levantaba el canto del gallo y ya sabía que era hora de estar haciendo cosas en la casa y cosas así. Me gusta el día.
I love that. So Miss Marie is saying that when she was growing up, she would hear the rooster, and that would let her know that it was time to start doing stuff that day. So I guess, so did the book kind of make you think of that?
Kinda. So, yo nunca he visto un gallo comer estrellas,
Yeah.
pero me gusta la idea de que el gallo se come las estrellas para que el día pueda llegar.
Yeah, I've never seen a rooster like the one in the book either, that is made of stars and then eats the stars.
So que ahora Miss Camille lo que está haciendo es cortando las patas del gallo. Yo lo que voy a hacer es que las voy a dibujar un poquito para saber más o menos cómo lo voy a hacer.
Yeah, so I'm cutting out the feet right now. I did draw them onto paper. And I left, you can see what I drew. I left kind of little ankles on them so that I can glue them inside of the toilet paper roll. And so that they kind of curve around the front, I am going to cut a little slit kind of in between where the ankles are. Y'all can see how I cut that so that they'll fit in there and I can glue them easily.
Okay, so Miss Camille le dejó un poquito de tobillo. O un poquito más largo para que pueda pegarlo dentro del rolo y se queden las patitas fuera así solitas. Yo voy a terminar de picarlas.
All right, so now I've got all the pieces of my rooster. I'm gonna kind of fold the ankles that I made on the feet up a little bit so that there's that fold for me to put inside the toilet paper roll. And now I can start putting them on. So the first thing I'm gonna do so that I can put that comb on the head, I'm going to make just little slits with my scissors on either side of the top of the toilet paper roll. So I'm doing like maybe 1/4 inch of a slit. It's not very big. So y'all can see how I did that on the front and the back of the toilet paper roll.
So Miss Camille lo que hizo fue que le hizo una pequeña cortada en el papel de baño para entonces poder poner la cresta del gallo. Que yo no sé dónde puse mi cresta. Aquí está.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Aquí está.
All right, so there's his little crest. It's looking really cute. And now I'm just gonna start putting on everything else. I think, let's see, what do I wanna start with? I'm gonna start with his beak.
Miss Camille va a empezar con el pico del gallo. Yo voy a poner las patitas primeros.
Miss Marie is going to put the feet on first.
Yeah, yo no he cortado el pico todavía.
She doesn't have a beak quite yet. I like how the beak looks. I think it's very cute. Because it kind of, since you folded the paper, I hope I said that. When you make the beak, you can kind of fold the paper and cut out a little triangle, and then it'll open when you glue it onto the rooster.
Me está pegando las patitas en la mano.
Okay, so right beneath the beak goes the wattle.
Debajo del pico va el waddle, que sería la... Acabamos de buscar el nombre, se me olvidó.
I think it was papada.
La papada. Sí,
There
pero-
were three different words, so.
Yo le diría que el bling bling, como me decía mi abuela que eso se le decía. Puede ser que eso
I
sea
like
mal,
that.
pero suena chistoso.
I think that's a more fun word.
Ok, entonces me falta picar el pico y Miss Camille nos dijo que lo dejáramos doble para que pueda abrir y cerrar el pico.
I'm gluing my feet in. I put glue on the fronts of the little ankles, and I just kind of glued them right inside of my toilet paper roll. So you can see how I did that. And obviously our rooster is missing something now. It's missing its eyes. So I need to give it its eyes. We have googly eyes for that. We love a good googly eye craft.
So que ahora el gallo de Miss Camille está faltando la cola y los ojos.
Oh yeah, the tail too.
So que yo le estoy poniendo mi pico. Se está empezando a ver como un gallito.
I think they look pretty cute actually.
Es que a mí estoy viendo que se ven muy, muy adorables. Un ojito para el gallo. Si se quiere pegar, que el mío no quiere pegar.
Yeah, I have to like kind of squeeze the eyes on a little bit for them to stay. Oh no. Well, the eye stuck to my finger instead of to my rooster.
Yo creo que sería mejor para la próxima usar pegamento líquido para los ojos.
Yeah, we should have used a different glue for the eyes. I could have brought glue dots. Those usually work pretty well for something like googly eyes.
Yeah, those are good.
I sometimes use double-sided tape to put on googly eyes. That tends to work too. Part of the problem is one of my googly eyes has like a little dent in the back, so it doesn't sit flush against the toilet paper roll, but I got it to work. I think he looks pretty cute.
Okay, so ya casi estamos listos. Ahora me falta ponerle la cresta, no la cresta, sino el bling bling del gallo. Y hacerlo un poco más pequeño.
So I'm gonna start on the tail, and for the tail, you don't have to be exact with this at all. You just want a bunch of strips of paper. You can make them different lengths. That's kind of what I did with the example. And you want just whatever colors you want the tail to be. We're using the paper that we have, which is orange, yellow, and red. But I'd say you want like about 6 strips of paper. You can do more, you can do less, you can do whatever you want with the tail. So I'm gonna cut out a couple strips of paper.
So, Miss Camille está diciendo que para hacer la cola necesitamos alrededor de 6 tiras de papel. Solo que lo que estamos haciendo es que estamos poniendo los papeles uno encima del otro para entonces no tener que cortar tanto.
Yeah, so I'm stacking the papers on top of each other, makes it a little bit faster to cut. And once you've got your strips, just stack all of them on top of each other, kind of alternate the colors a little bit so that they all get mixed together. And now we want to curl the tail so that it does the pretty like kind of standing up thing that a rooster's tail does. I'm actually going to take my glue stick and I'm going to wrap my paper strips tightly around it so that it gets a nice curl.
So que Miss Camille lo que está diciendo es que está poniendo o está usando el tubo de pegamento para enrolarlo y que tenga la curva, el rizo en la cola.
And once I've got it curled around, I'm kind of pressing it so that it stays in that, more or less in that shape.
Okay, so después ella está más o menos apretándolo para que se quede más o menos con esa forma.
Oh, your rooster has such tiny little feet. It's so cute.
Yes. Yo tengo un rooster bebé.
I like it. Hers is a baby rooster. Mine has like we can see the difference. Mine has like a huge waddle.
El mío tiene los ojos locos como mirando así viscos a los otros lados.
Every rooster is unique. And if y'all are making this craft with us, make sure that you comment a picture. We would love to see what you're doing.
Gracias a G. Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna attach the tail To do that, I'm putting maybe half an inch of the strips inside of the toilet paper roll and then folding outwards so that they're kind of folded around the bottom of the toilet paper roll. And then I'm gonna take my stapler and I'm just gonna kind of stick it in there and staple the strips of paper inside.
Ok, so que mi Camille lo que está haciendo es
There
que
we go.
ella está cogiendo el fin donde no está curvado y lo va a poner más o menos como media pulgada dentro del rollo. Y a ver si lo puedo hacer sin dañar las patitas a mi gallo. Y lo vamos a doblar nuevamente
go.
hacia afuera y ahí le vamos a poner la grapa.
So now he's got his tail. It didn't curl quite as much as I wanted it to, but I think it still looks pretty good. It looks good from the front because you can kind of see it.
Es un trabajo poder hacer la grapa aquí.
Yeah, it's a little tricky getting the stapler in there. But if you folded it once, then you can maybe kind of hold it from the outside, and it should stay folded. There you go.
Mi gallo perdió una patita.
Oh no, he lost a little foot.
No. Ok, vamos a poner, se la pegamos otra vez ahí. ¡Tará! Mi
I love
gallo no
that.
tiene tanto, tiene la cola un poquito más gordita que la de
I
Miss
think it looks
Camille,
really
pero
cute. Yeah, her rooster's tail's a little shorter, but it looks really cute. The example that I made has the longest tail, and the bad thing about that is it kind of droops a little bit. So a shorter might be better when it comes to the tail on this craft.
y la pueden separar un poco para que se quede así más robusta.
Yeah, so that it looks a little bit more like wide. You can kind of fan it out behind the rooster.
¡Tará!
All right, these are so cute. I think these look great. Let's show everybody our roosters. And like we said, if y'all made this with us, make sure you comment with a picture so that we can see your little rooster. We would love to see it. Once again, make sure that you do grab a Ramadan kit at Warmack or Main Library for that program on 4:30 next Tuesday. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.